Next on Worcester News Tonight, football fans in central Massachusetts gear up for the start of the NFL season. Plus, a new study says commuter rail prices may be too expensive for some gateway cities like Worcester. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Professional football is back. Fans here in central Massachusetts are ready for week one. And while the Patriots are coming off yet another Super Bowl title, not everyone in the area is rooting for them. Our Cam Jandro is in Worcester tonight with the details. Cam?
Yeah, Anna, the Patriots don't play tonight, but that's not stopping people from going out and enjoying some football. The Bears and Packers are kicking off the NFL's 100th season tonight, and believe it or not, I actually found a die-hard Chicago Bears fan in the city today, and he's feeling pretty good about his team this year.
Just the sight of a cheesehead is enough to make lifelong Bears fan Michael Lamb sick.
Delivery for you.
That stupid thing in the trash.
Hey.
Lamb's Bears play the Green Bay Packers Thursday to open up the NFL season.
We got to beat them. We have to beat them. We blew a 20-point lead to them last year, opening day, when little Sharon Rogers came back out hobbling on one leg.
Lamb, a staffer at Holmes Shoesis Florist in Worcester, says he fell in love with the Bears as a kid, even though he spent his life here in Worcester.
Every piece of furniture is orange and blue. I even got a rug that's orange and blue. I even got a real bear in the house that actually my boss Paul bought a few years back. That's hanging on the wall. Very excited.
The only team Lamb hates as much as the Packers are the Patriots. But in Millbury, Matt Corey is expecting another championship run in Foxborough.
I put a certain criteria on how good they would be solely on Josh Gordon returning. And now that Josh Gordon's back, I think that locks up the receiving core.
The owner of Matt's at the Buzzer has celebrated a Super Bowl title 3 out of the last 6 years. And as Tom Brady heads into his 20th season.
I've never been unconfident in Tom Brady. I think that as long as we have Brady and Belichick on a team, they can put players in the right positions.
Week 1 kicks off in full Sunday. And of course, both Lamb and Corey have rather obvious picks for Super Bowl 54.
It's going to be Brady, Drew Brees, Patriots victory.
But I believe we're going to win the Super Bowl. And I hope it's the Patriots that we beat in the Super Bowl. That would make it even sweeter.
Now, the Patriots will open up their season on Sunday Night Football. They'll be playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, both the Steelers and the Patriots are the only teams in NFL history with 6 Super Bowl wins. Can the Patriots make it 7 this year? Well, we'll have to wait and see. In Worcester tonight, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
UMass Memorial Medical Center and UMass Medical School team up Thursday to hold a symposium supporting overdose prevention. The event featured dozens of area agencies providing information and resources. Dr. Kavita Babu says overdose numbers are down overall for the state, but they remain the same or slightly up in Worcester County, making access to information so important. The agencies were at different tables to answer questions on topics like opioids, addiction prevention recognition, and treatment.
But all of these groups in some fashion serve the community of Worcester, and so we're making ourselves available for questions in a resource fair setting to talk to people about their questions, their families' questions about drugs and health.
The Overdose Prevention Fund was founded by a group of emergency physicians and medical toxicologists 3 years ago. For more information, you can visit their Facebook page, Overdose Prevention Fund. The LGBTQ community and the city raise a flag outside City Hall for Pride Week. The rainbow flag celebrates their place in the city. Members of Worcester Pride say this is a great day for the LGBTQ community because the flag lets everyone know Worcester is an inclusive city.
More recently, say in the last 10 years, there's a new attitude. The city is definitely much more welcoming and has become actually a very good partner of ours. And so part of that involves also flying the flag, which is a great symbol to our community, that we are welcome and part of the overall Worcester community. So.
The group says the flag does not just represent the LGBTQ community, but an all-inclusive community. A new study looks at the prices of commuter rail fares in cities like Worcester. Some seem to be avoiding taking the train because the cost is too high. As our Brittany Schaefer explains, it's something city leaders say they're looking into.
A trip from Union Station to Boston costs about $13 one way. Mass Inc. recommends options like income-based fares to make trips more affordable. Weeks after the MBTA increases fares on the commuter rail, a study finds rates are not affordable for residents in gateway cities like Worcester.
It's $13.50 now one way. That's almost double the price of buses one way.
Maggie Foster commutes to Worcester from Boston for work several times a week. She says she can't afford to take the train every day because of the fare hike.
It's absurd. So I spend a lot of time backpacking in Worcester and sleeping on friends' couches, who are very kind. But it's very unfortunate. I wish that it were more feasible because the train is infinitely more comfortable.
The report from Mass Inc. explores several options to make fares more cost efficient. The nonprofit suggests income-based fares and discounts for reverse commuters and off-peak travel times. Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce President Tim Murray says the chamber is currently looking at ways to properly fund public transportation to gain ridership, and the report is something to consider.
You probably need one uniform rate, except on weekends there's been some experimentation with reducing the rate, and we've seen more use on the weekends now. So if we can keep it affordable, I think people will use it. And going hand in hand with affordability is frequency and dependability, reliability.
Commuter rail riders seem to agree with points in the report and say anything to decrease cost is worth a try.
If you're commuting back and forth, it can in a day can cost you about $20-something. So I think going income-based might be very helpful to people who have to get out of Worcester for work.
Even if there were just an actual discount on the monthly or weekly fare passes, that would be insanely helpful for me. But because the monthly pass is basically $13.25 times however much, it isn't economical.
Murray says a reliable and affordable commuter rail system is a key factor to Worcester's economic success. At Union Station, Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester's City Council approves an order to work with the company who will develop the site of Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. Councillor Candy Merrill Carlson wants to recognize the neighborhood's Italian heritage. She says a building on the site for an Italian Heritage Center may help people upset with the demolition of the former church. The Mount Carmel Preservation Society says the building could commemorate the history of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, parishioners' memories, and neighborhood artifacts. Two proposed bills would allow undocumented immigrants living in Massachusetts the ability to apply for driver's licenses. The proposal was heard Wednesday on Beacon Hill, and it's sparking some debate. Our Gretchen LaRosa has more.
Yeah, but then that opens the door to a whole lot of other things. So, no, they shouldn't have a license.
A packed hearing at the State House this week discussing two bills which would allow undocumented immigrants to get driver's licenses.
We can assume that they're going to drive anyway, whether they have a license or whether they don't. I want them to, A, have some driver's education, and B, I want them to have insurance for the sake of everybody else.
Supporters of the bill, like State Senator Harriet Chandler, say the state-issued license would make the roads safer.
We'd like to have regulation of some sort here, and we'd like to treat these people and give them the feeling that they have some responsibility in the course of living in the United States. They're living here now.
Some drivers outside Worcester's Registry of Motor Vehicles say they are concerned the bill may have loopholes and people who are in the country illegally should not get the benefit of a driver's license.
I definitely think that they should need to go through the entire immigration process first before anything else.
If it is passed that they have to get a license, that they're just still not going to get a license. They're just going to continue driving the way that they're driving.
Meanwhile, supporters face a major obstacle, a governor who does not support the bill.
My problem with giving license to people who are undocumented is just that. There's no documentation to back up the fact that they are who they say they are.
Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.